bro, if you are an agent and you're not a part of real brokerage and throwing down on social media, Pineda just made a $30 million move last week.
Bruh,
at least.
I might go get my license just to be a part of that fucking that shit. Like it the access to it. You can still pay for it and stuff like that. But real is starting to get some shit over there where it's like, bro, if all you gotta do is go get a real estate license to get the amount of value and education that you can get for free, oh, bro, people like, hey, I want to get in real estate. I'm like, bro, go get your real estate license.
But your downline,
huh?
Your downline is what I'm talking about. So when I say Pineda made a $30 million move, so he announced that he switched over to real brokerage.
Yes.
He had his own brokerage with 170 people internally. So now,
but that's locally.
That's locally.
Real lets him go nationwide.
Nationwide with like 300
without a brokerage and without all of the
without all the overhead, without all the training
and the legal without the legal, I don't want to say restraints, but you take on a lot of risk or a lot of responsibility when owning that brokerage. You know what I mean? So he essentially gets to do the same thing without actually, he can still have a team. He just doesn't have to have the brokerage.
And like the team, now the team
can be nationwide, bro. You can have like a cult like following. Like Pace Morby can just, fucking Laura can go to Real, and all the fucking sub 2 folks who are in real estate or got their license, like, bro, that becomes a part of his nationwide team.
Yeah, bro, the scalability of that and the amount of money. Like when I say it's at least a $30 million move for Pineda, like over time it's gonna make him way more than that. Like it was power move,
100%,
power move,
100%. Same thing like with Jason moving to Real and Strive, Darren and Cam moving to Real. And I think Darren and Cam, when they went, fucking everyone was kind of like, "Fuck, is this real?" Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but I've always been programmed whenever they do something like there's like some behind it that I didn't know. Because when they moved, I was kind of like, I ain't never heard of this place.
Well, the top 3 residential people moved over to Real.
Yeah, like they Zuber's left there too, right?
Yeah, Zuber, what's her name? Majors, and then then the third one all moved over.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, they left Keller Williams, which is like the best bet of our city, and they're like, nah, bro.
Well, and I think that's what made it powerful, is that they left Keller Williams, and so it was like, people don't just leave Keller Williams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they do, but like the caliber of teams that was leaving was like, there's some shit here. You know what I mean? And then as time started going, I think after like Darren and Cam had went there, I think probably like 2 weeks later they went live, where they became they went public, Real. And I was like, oh, power move before they even went public. You know what I mean? So
so Grant Cardone did the same thing with EXP, and I mean, again, power move. He did the same thing with EXP back when EXP was smaller. Like as it was like on the way up, he's like, I'm with EXP. I guess that motherfucker's got his real estate license. I don't know. Like,
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to be a part of some good shit.
All right.
That's why I said I might get my license, just to be, you get started getting ownership and I think that was the biggest play. The big play, obviously,
their stock options were pretty solid.
Their stock options, the ability to create as realtors, you don't have a retirement unless you build it. And let's be real, a lot of real estate investors weren't in. A lot of real estate agents were not investors,
none of
which blew your mind.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what opened it up for a lot of investors to go get their license, because there's a huge niche there. We need to teach these people who do real estate transactions for a living how to do them for themselves and create some type of wealth instead of helping everybody else create wealth.
Well, and not have to work till you're like,
and not have to work till you like 7 in a job or a profession that doesn't give you a retirement
at all. I mean, you're just a glorified. I mean, you're just a high level salesman.
Yeah,
or high paid salesman.
You know what I mean? And so, by them being able to do that, I lost my goddamn train of thought. By them being able to do that, that's where Real kind of helped out, because now you're able to get stocks in that brokerage, which will help. Which will work essentially as a retirement
on top of your so what I like it for is your downline. So it's an MLM, because like now, like I think it goes down 5 levels. I may be wrong, but so if this person brings on that person brings on that person, that person brings on that person, so it's probably only 3.
Oh, so that's bigger than your team.
Yeah. So like,
so you can have a big ass team and fucking kill it.
Bro,
but if you got 3 extensions to your team,
yeah, like you are.
Woo!
When I say that's like a real like money play, dude, and then
Yeah.
you get cuts from all of their transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what really starts to be like, oh my god.